Like, y'all know how they feel for you to be locked in, laying with a nigga like this. I'm with a nigga every day. We be doing everything together. And it's like, damn, one thing happened, and it's like, nigga, I can't forgive you for that, nigga. I'ma kill you. And it's like, damn, like that make you thought. That shit make you think about everything, bro.
Tell me what you know about the hood life.
Yo, the demon home. The demon home. The demon home.
But go ahead, introduce yourself to the people who ain't too familiar with you.
I ain't gotta do all that, but I'm gonna do it for y'all. It's FS the Bender. Y'all niggas know what the fuck is up.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. Talk about your childhood. How was your young boy days?
Well, if you ain't know, I'm from North Philly. I'm from 11th and I'm from the projects.
Okay.
I had a regular childhood, like. Feel me? I started to get into what I'm into now later on in life. Like, I started late, like 15, 16, shit like that. But played a lot of sports and all. I was a good kid. But, you know, I had that big other shit.
Okay. You was hooping? You was nice?
Yeah, I was nice.
I gotta check you out, man. See, you know what I'm saying? See what you about.
I'm trying to have like all the rappers like this. You feel me? We could start a basketball game. League or something.
Yo, remember when we was hooping? See Subino?
I really know how I hoop.
I was crying the shit out of him. Yeah. Then he fouled me and shit. I put the nigga in a chokehold. He told me I quit. Yeah. No bullshit.
No, that's a good joint and shit like that. So, what age I say you first like got off the steps?
What brought me off the set was my first robbery. I caught my first robbery when I was 15. So I see from there, it just turned me up. That shit made me feel like I could rob a bank. I could go do whatever I wanted today.
Okay. So what was like the thoughts going through your mind that led you to, you know, feel like you like, man, I gotta just go get it by any means?
Cause I was on some shit like, I stopped going to school because I couldn't bring my back. You feel me? I had a lot going on. But I was not going to school and I wasn't doing nothing. I was being fucked up. I'd just be on the block all day and I'd be around niggas with motion and like, it's just, I'm not doing nothing. So I'm like, I can't be fucked up, bro. I got a gun. All I got is a gun. I can't be fucked up.
Right. So let's back up a little bit. Talk about, you know, 10, 11, 12 and shit like that. Because by age 15, it's like the mindset already in for real as far as, you know, dipping and dabbing in the streets. Right. So what was it that led you like early on to it?
Shit, like I was provoked, like on some shit like that. I can't get into too many details, but it was on some shit like I was cool both sides. One side wasn't feeling what I had going on, and the motherfucker told me, took it to me about that shit. But I'm on some shit like, damn, I love y'all niggas. How y'all niggas mad at me because I'm not picking a side? After that, it just the same nigga that called himself pressing me.
Right. I feel like that's like a lot of that is going on, and is even going on today. Is like once everybody was cool and shit like that, it was like guys were sleeping at each other's house, guys knew each other's moms and shit. But then it get to a point where it's like you can't be cool with them. What's like that feeling as far as like being stuck in the middle?
It's like I can't even explain that shit, bro. That shit unexplainable. And there's a lot of people that's gonna watch this interview and feel this shit. And it's like, y'all niggas know how that shit feel for you to be locked in, laying with a nigga like this. I'm with a nigga every day. We passing weed each other. We fucking bitches. We doing everything together. And it's like, damn, one thing happened. And it's like, nigga, I can't forgive you for that. Nigga, I'ma kill you. And it's like, damn, like that shit make you thought. That shit make you think about everything, bro.
So now, when did music first really get into play for you?
My first song in Florida. I took a trip to Kissimmee, Florida. My little cousins and shit. They was down there rapping. But I was like, you feel me? I'm on some shit like, nigga, I'm active. I don't gotta be no rapper. But this was, it was on some shit like, I'm about to just pop it. I'm about to get on the song and pop it. But the song actually sounded good. So I ran with that shit after that.
So I want highlight that a little bit, because I know a lot of people who never left their 4 blocks and shit like that. And it's like traveling so important, because once you travel, you start to see shit like, damn, this out here, that out there. So talk about that Florida trip for a quick second.
Florida trip was like, I think that was that my first time out the city? That might have been my first time out the city, like really getting like, nigga, the most I've been out the city was Atlantic City, Wildwood and shit like that. But I went there, that was like that shit was unexplainable. Another thing that was unexplainable, like, yeah.
Okay, so talk about first time in the studio. What was the feeling?
Yeah.
Oh, this that murder music. You can't slide if you ain't stepping.
We got up on him. Stuff like that. That's the only way I can explain that shit. Like, I was about to pop it. Like, there wasn't nothing else to it.
Okay, you remember like the day? What was your first song? Cause it's like God's first song that kind of determine if they gonna go hard with it or they gonna fall back. Like, no, this shit.
I said these 40 bullets cook a nigga and his drink and eat his face. Me and Suge was masked up so the feds can't build no case. I guess I ain't good enough. Them pussies hit me with an 8. Next time I slide, I'm gonna drop 50. Walk up, hit him in his face, and if he running, I'ma chase. These bald heads spray him like his mace, and if the law they get behind a twin, take him on the chase. I did so much shit in the streets and I still like to show my face. I said, and I just rolled up, and y'all think that nigga fucking laced. That was my first song. I was talking like that in my first song. Like the first song I ever made.
Damn, okay. So you been on it. So when I want to talk about like drill rap and Philly and shit, like that's
I'm
like,
the face of it. I'm the best drill artist in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Ain't no thought about it. I'm the face of this shit.
That's a good job. So why do you feel like that?
Just cause my music really like it should speak for itself. Nigga, I got niggas that never been in a car a day in their life. That been in the suburbs since they was born. Them niggas say, bro, I feel like I'm gonna crash out when I listen to this shit. No bullshit.
What year did you first start rapping?
Alright, look, I started. I got booked. I started getting a little traction with this shit. I got booked again. I came home. Was doing my thing for a little minute. Got booked again. At that point in time, I'm thinking this shit over. And around that time, it had to be like 2021, 2022. 2022 was my first real year that I had a full year of rapping and saying like I really could do this shit. I got potential to really be bigger in the city.
So what was it like as far as like, all right, now you rapping, now you got a name to shit like that, now you going to jails as far as like motherfuckers might know you and shit like that, a couple people might be listening to your shit. What was that transition like going from just regular to rapping?
That shit made me grow up a little bit. It made me realize shit different because I was reaping the benefits of being like a rapper in jail. I mean, like I'm still getting a little bit of money. I'm in here with the CEOs. I'm getting my door open. I'm getting X, Y, Z. You feel me? But that shit ain't like on the streets and having to get the benefit of it on the street. That shit totally different. Like I'm still going through this shit. I can't travel.
Facts though. So what was some of the craziest things you seen in jail and shit like that? And like, do it count as far as the artists and shit like that? Because a lot of guys talk this, but like the jails is one thing where you can't really hide it and you can't fake, and who's is really going to show.
For sure. 1218820. First of all, let me see that. That shit like the roofs. Alright, I didn't see it with my own too, but I heard it. Like that nigga told me I was on off. He fucked the nigga, but he saying he fucked the nigga because he violated somebody in his family. He raped somebody. Imagine your daughter get raped, and years later you in the jail with a nigga that raped your daughter. He's saying he's smoking K2 and he ain't know how to take it, so he just did that to the nigga. That's unacceptable. I wouldn't have did no shit like that.
No daddy.
That's unacceptable.
What the fuck you just said?
Man, I'm not repeating. I didn't want to say that shit, dog.
Yeah, cuz, get it.
Crazy. So you had any rumbles in jail?
7 and 3 in jail.
7 and 3. I respect you for counting the losses.
I got jumped a lot of times. FS offender though, you gotta take that shit.
Alright. So let's say you're an artist, right? Do it count if a nigga take PC like why he you mean?
Yes, it counts. Not even just cause you an artist, that don't mean, nigga, we in the streets at the end of the day. Fuck the rap and the internet, anything. We in the streets. We know what we evolve by. So it's like for you to feel like you gotta take protective custody, that's like, nigga, that's falling under the branch of other shit. That's unacceptable. Nigga, YBC dude was in jail. That nigga never checked in. I seen it with my own too. He had to experience everything, the bad, the good. Nigga, he stood on that shit. Nigga, 100 pounds. You feel me? He ain't checking. Nobody else got the right to check in. He talked the most shit in the city. You know what they did to my man. He stood on it.
Thanks, though. So how was it like for you as far as like the support and shit like that? Because it's like that's one of the times where your homies and those who really there for you is gonna be tested.
And when I say this, it's like, all right, you know who you got around you. You before you get in any situation, you already kind of know what people gonna do when they put in a position to do it. So when I go to jail, I know like maybe my homies, we on the street, we fucked up, we don't got it all. So I'm not gonna think I'm gonna go to jail and shit just drastically gonna change. Everybody gonna come across all this money. They're gonna do X, Y, and Z for me. But it's like I could say niggas try and do what they gonna do, but my family my biggest support. And it's like I came across some good people like later on in my life, like with this rapping shit that really like was there for me. All 8 of the months I was just in there. Every phone call got answered. If it didn't get answered, it was because the phone was dead. Like no, but the boy right here, no bullshit. I could say he really like took care of me more than people I knew my whole life. Like no bullshit. And that mean a lot to me.
That's a good job. All right, now when Larry Krasner made the announcement and shit like that was coming at all the drill artists in Philly, what was your thoughts and shit like that? Like, how was you feeling?
Man, I don't be home long enough to do shit. That be my whole thing. So anything he saying can't apply to me. You feel me?
No, I feel you and shit. So did that mean you like fall back a little bit off of the music?
No, it just made me like tighten up like outside of music, like anything else. Like all right, now it's like they making public announcements about this shit. Like they want to crack down about it. We making them look like assholes. So just tighten up everything else.
I feel you. Now I want to talk about like what's your thoughts as far as like now like it's like heavy like it's like heavy clicking up that's going on and shit like that in Philly, and that's like basically like
I don't call it clicking up. I just feel like people. All right, listen. It's called allies, nigga. The world has allies, nigga. The United States of America has allies. It's like you have to have resources. If you don't look at niggas look at shit like Dickie and or you going outside of your way to fuck with them. I'm networking. You never know what you need somebody else for that you can't do that somebody else can do with their hands.
All right, fact. All right, so you say you from North, right? So what's the all right? So that's something different in its own and shit like that. What's the difference as far as like coming up in the projects and then just coming up in general? Because they definitely two different places.
Coming up in the projects is like everybody family versus like growing up. I can't explain that shit because it's like I only know what I seen. That's like a family. It's in its own. You got your own family, but it's like that whole this whole North Street project is one family.